Hey everyone, my name is JJ Asghar, and I really do have the email address of awesome@ibm.com. I'm going to show off my graybeard today. We're going to talk about using ed instead of vim. Timing. Let's go. There we go. So what is ed? Ed was developed by Ken Thompson in August of 1969. I'm not that old, but it was done then. And more importantly, believe it or not, ed is on every single person's laptop right now, and you probably just don't realize it. You may have typed in ed at your command prompt and nothing happened, or you started it just like that and was like, what, really? That's it? Trust me, I see a bunch of laptops do it right now. This is a real tutorial, so you'll be able to do it in about 5 minutes and everything you need to do. Next one, no. There we go. But when you started it, you're like, how the hell do I get out of this thing? Turns out you type a Q, as in quit, and it gets out, and that's it. Pretty cool. Wow, my timing's really off today. But if you get into it and then out of it, what do you do next? Well, it turns out, as you notice, there's no prompt or anything, because we need to know that we're actually in the file, right? So you can actually just do ed-p/* or whatever you want, and it gives you a nice little prompt to tell you you're actually in the text editor, which is nice. So, as we did right there, now we have A. What is A? It means append. There's some logic here, isn't there? Well, granted, this is English, but, you know, append to I'm adding something. And then when you're done, you hit the period, and you're out. And you're not adding anything else. So this is me typing something else. And then, well, if you noticed, it just gave me a prompt. Where the hell am I in the file? That's what P is, for print. So you printed out the line. That was the last line, as you saw. I'm adding something. Come on, 15 seconds. There we go. But now, if you're moving around the file, you're like, well, okay, I just don't want to see the last line. I want to see the first line. You type what? The first line, number 1. Goes all the way to the top. Now you type N, and now you get to see what's going on there too, which is nice. So also, you see one line right there. Now, now I need to edit the file and add a little bit more to it. Well, you can type A again, and it adds it to the line that you were just on. So you're appending to the last line. Now do you understand why Vim is so much better? Now we get to this point. Now, okay, so now we've used A to append. Now we need to do something above it, so now we need to use I to do the line above this. Oh my God, this is confusing. So we're moving back and forth, but if you're starting to notice, a lot of the ways we're moving around files inside of our other text editors are built off of ed, which is really nice. So C, if you use CIW or CI-tick or whatever to do change in Word, that's exactly where this comes from. C changes the whole line, which is pretty nice. I changed that line, I've hit the period button, and now I've edited the line. I need to delete the whole line, 4D, deleted line 4. Sounds pretty familiar, right? Pretty neat. It's right there, it's gone. Because I guess that was off, but whatever, you get the point. Now, you can join lines. Who uses J inside of M? As do I. You use 4, 3, 4J. You join those 2 lines. You bring it up together. Pretty nice, right? You start putting things together, so now your file's starting to get a little bit, organized. Granted, I'm writing just trash in it, but it makes sense. But if I want to see the whole file, which, by the way, we only saw P printing out the one line, %P. Wait a second, percent sounds really familiar now all of a sudden, and now I've printed out that whole line, whole file, which is nice. Yes, I said across using that all the time. Anyway, now if I want to just print out a very specific portion of it, it's important to recognize you have one line, now you have your whole file, but now I just want to do line 3 and 4, 3, 4P. There we go. Pretty nice. And I still got my little star on there for our prompt. Now, but if you ever need to find relative lines, who uses sed plus or sed minus, turns out you can just do that just like that with an ed, where I need to go 3P for print down 3 lines from the line I'm on. Still, wow, this is really confusing. Then it comes out with that. You can even move files aligned too with the M, just like you were doing with printing. And as you notice that $ right there, it's important to recognize that's to the end of the line, just like we know using regex, because we all love regex. Now, this seems really familiar. Who uses grep? Everybody's hand should be up. Yes, exactly. Turns out grep actually, it's not Vim that was influenced by it. Ed actually had grep first, and then Vim took grep and turned it into the file. So there you go. You can also do searching with slash, because we all use slash to do searching. We should be using slash to use search. And then finally, if I got my timing right, the last one is we need to write out the file, right? So there we go. Now all you do is type the word W as in learning-ed.txt, and it prints out a number of how many bits it is. Thank you so much. Again, find me at awesome@ibm.com.